Sorry I didn't make it to your lab yesterday, so my apologies on that one. I got caught up with a couple other students and just lost track of the time. Um, looking looking now at the reference here and you kind of talking through what you're going for, I think it's fine what you're doing. And looking at Overwatch, they don't in their characters, especially you can kind of see on here, they don't really have any interaction. A little bit here with the straps, but the strap going across their chest here, we're not seeing much interaction with it. So I think you're fine with what you're doing there. Going on the face a little bit here. Um, so I'd look at with this scarring, see if that's an actual, like I'd be interested in their pipeline if they do anything like that on the skin with normal maps, or if that would be more texture based. Because I don't see any like finite detail in their actual sculpts. They're very smooth. So a lot of like these little lumps and bumps and things I'm seeing on the nose, a lot of that I would try to really smooth out on your model. Same with the clothing. Um, so like, here's a good example. Through here, you got a couple extra kind of wrinkles and things. I'm not seeing any small finite wrinkles like that, so you might want to go through and really try to smooth those out and take care of those details. But based on the reference, it feels like you're following things pretty good. Just kind of look at the hair. Yeah, the hair is looking good. I go a little sharper on your angles, like through here, um, those pieces of the clump. So just take the pinch brush and maybe trim dynamic or H polish and just push those details a little bit further. Let's just look at the head by itself. Um, Let me reopen this. Oh, okay, that was. It's like, did I do that? I didn't think you'd end up with something like that. So I must it must have hit the move brush or something when I clicked on it. Um, yeah, I think you just need to really smooth and polish the face a bit more, and maybe right here the brows could get pulled back a little bit. I would look at the eyes a little bit more too. It seems like at least the characters that I saw on the website and here, they have a little bit more of a lower lid, and the thickness of the lip of the eye is a little bit more than what you have. So I'd say facial structure, you're not quite matching their style yet. And look at more of their males, right? Because they look like they tend to have a little bit thinner lips. So I think you're going a little bit too human here. Um, I'd maybe thin down the style a little bit. It seems like you're leaning closer to the female lips without kind of the poutiness to them, more so than the male lips. So I'd maybe switch a bit more towards this. Um, Look at more of their males too and see if they have from the jaw where the master comes up to the cheekbone. See if they have that on each one of their characters. I would have to bring up that link that you gave me, but just kind of look for those things when you're matching a style. Also, you're changing planes. It looks like 3 different planes here where they have more of this zygomatic or the nasolabial fold through here, matching right with his top of his upper lip. So I would go through the guys, because the girls and the guys styles are going to be handled most likely different, and just look for those planes of their faces and look at the males, look at where they make changes, and try to make judgment calls based on that, because you're definitely making stylistically different choices than they are on the couple characters that I'm seeing here. This ear could push in a little bit further through here, so it should be kind of tapered in. I'm kind of screwing up with what the jaw is there, but you'll see the ear, where the ear kind of attaches to the head, that should sit kind of pushed in, right? When our zygomatic bone goes backwards, it tapers in towards the center of the head. And then once you'll get, here's that bone, the ear sits with it, you can see that's tapering in back towards where the cranium would be. So I'd say take another pass on the head. First, really study their characters a little bit more and look for how they're breaking down the planes of the face, what is very smooth, and what items they're choosing to kind of pronounce, if you will. Okay. Yeah. So take a pass on that. I'd say probably the head is where you need the most work on all this stuff, and I agree with you to keep the character. Don't lean them forward. If you're doing it in order to be rigged and you're trying to follow this exact pipeline, then yes, keep it straight up and down. A lot of times we'll push students to put their character in somewhat of a pose, because it just kind of reads a little bit nicer. But if they're showing all their characters off in default position and that's what you want to follow, I think you're fine doing what you're trying to do here. So let me know if you have any other questions, and again, I apologize about yesterday.